Good morning, all of you. Good morning. Good morning. We are going to learn about the poem Good Morning. And the poet of the poem Good Morning is Fanny R. Vachanan. Poet means the person who writes the poem. Okay? Fannie, Fanny R. Buchanan, Vachanan. The poet of the poem Good Morning is Fanny R. Buchanan. Now here is the poem Good Morning. At first we shall read the poem only for fun. Okay? And firstly we will watch the pictures. We will read the pictures. See this girl, she has opened the window wide to welcome the sun, to welcome the birds, to welcome the cool breeze, the bees, the buzzing bees. Okay, now let's read the poem Good Morning. And I like y'all also to repeat after me. Good morning, sky. Good morning, sun. Good morning, little winds that run. Good morning, birds. Good morning, trees. And creeping grass and brownie bees. How did you find out it was day? Who told you night had gone away? I'm up now too. I'll be right out to play with you. Now here, without looking into the wordings of this poem, by looking at the pictures, we can create a poem on our own. And I request you also to try. Now here are the word meanings and the sentences from the poem. Now without understanding the word meanings and how to frame simple sentences, we will not understand the poem properly. So here are a few words along with the meanings and sentences. Here is the word creeping. Creeping means to move slowly and carefully. Creeping, creeping, creeping. Creeping means to move slowly and carefully. Now look at the snail here. It moves slowly and very carefully. It looks here and there, here and there. Even when we are walking children, we look here and there, side to side, isn't it? If any dog is coming behind us to chase or like that. But here, the snail, by birth, it moves very slowly and carefully. I was creeping downstairs in sleep. I was creeping downstairs in sleep. The snail was creeping under my bed. The snail was creeping under my bed. You can frame few more very simple sentences like I walk very slowly and carefully. Okay? Here is the word awake. W-A-K-E, wake, awake. Awake means not asleep. That means sometimes early in the morning we are awake. That means we are not asleep. But we try to lie in the bed and close our eyes. The moment mommy comes and says, hey, Ram, it's time for school. You wake up immediately, you from the bed, and you run and you start getting ready for the school, isn't it? So here awake means not asleep. You only try to imitate that you are sleeping. Sentence: I was wide awake early in the morning. I was wide awake early in the morning. The noise outside my house made me awake. Or you can say, the barking of the dogs outside my house made me awake. Or the chirping of the birds outside my house made me awake. In this way, you can frame your own sentences too. Here is another word, gone. G-O-N-E, gone. Gone means gone. Gaya, gone. No longer present. See, for example, your uncle comes to visit you. After some time, he goes away to his house. He leaves to his house. So what do you say? My uncle is gone. That means he is no longer present here, but he is towards his house. Okay. Now here also you can find a bird. It is flying. As long as the bird is near you, you say, yes, the bird is sitting near my house entrance. Okay, but once the bird flies, what you say? The bird is gone. Sentence. He had gone before I reached the party. You were gone a long time. Once again, gone. Gone means no longer present. Sentence. He had gone before I reached the party. You were gone a long time. Fine. Here is another word that we usually use, away. A-W-A-Y, way, away. Away means at a distance from a particular place. Look here, if somebody wants something from you, he comes near your house, but he stands away from you. He does not come very close to you, isn't it? He stands at a distance from you. Okay? Away. Away means at a distance from a particular place. Sentence. He put away the gun looking at me. That means by looking at the other person, he put the gun down. I was away when the doctor was here. That means you was not there present when the doctor was visited you. When the doctor visited you, you were not present in the house. Here you can find here the person is scaring the other people, but as soon as the police people arrived, he dropped his gun and tried to run away. So at first we have just read the poem for fun. Now let's read with understanding. Okay? Good morning, sky. Where do we find the sky? We find the sky on top of our head, isn't it? When we lift up our head, when in the ground, not at home. At home, when we look up, we see the roof of the house. But when we are out in the ground, we see the sky. Along with the sky during the daytime, we find the sun. It gives us vitamin D. Okay, when we are exposed to sunlight early in the morning, we receive the vitamin D in an indirect form. That's why they do the Surya Namaskar early in the morning, isn't it? It makes us whole and soul fit. All of you, please note. Good morning. Little winds that run early in the morning. Very cool breeze, isn't it? When we are out, we don't feel like coming inside. Good morning, birds. The birds start chirping. It'll be flying. It'll be on its own job. We also, isn't it? As we wake up, we be on our job doing all the things, isn't it? Good morning, trees. And the trees will be moving along with the wind, and it's a lovely, lovely atmosphere outside. And creeping grass. Now, why do we say creeping grass, children? If we just plant one grass piece in the soil, it starts creeping and it will cover the entire area. And brownie bees, see, the bees also need honey from the flowers, isn't it? The bees also will be buzzing and they will be moving. How did you find out it was day? Who told you night had gone away? Now here the poet asks all these things. How did you know that it is day? And who told you night had gone away? See, for us means we say when we see the sky in the morning, sun rising, we can see the sunrise. And during the evening, we can see the setting of the sun. It is not that the sun will vanish. It is only according to the rotation of the earth that we have the day and night. I'm wide awake. The poet says that he's wide awake and he is ready to go out and to play with the nature, play with all the things that is present in the nature. Now here are the new words: creeping, awake, gone away. And who is the poet of this poem? It is Fanny R. Bachanan. Okay, for every poem there is a poet. There some person has to write a poem, isn't it? So he's called as a poet. I hope all of you will become poets one day. Later we have understood the poem, isn't it? So now let's try to answer few simple questions. Very simple questions. Repeat after me. Why is the child in the poem happy? Why is the child in the poem happy? Why do we be happy, children? Whenever our wish is fulfilled, we be very happy, isn't it? Now here in this poem, because it was morning and the sun shone and the birds were chirping, bees were buzzing, and the trees were giving out very cool wind, the child was happy. So that he is happy because he can go out and play, isn't it? So repeat after me. Why is the child in the poem happy? Answer. The child in the poem is happy because it is morning. The child in the poem is happy because it is morning. Question. To whom does the child say good morning? That means in the poem. When we ask in general, you have many answers, isn't it? Now these questions are related to the poem. To whom does the child say good morning? The child says good morning to the sky, sun, little winds, birds, grass, and bees. Once again, the child says good morning to the sky, sun, little winds, birds, grass, and bees. What does the child want to do? What does the child want to do? Answer. The child wants to go and play outside. Answer. The child wants to go and play outside. Find words in the poem that rhyme with the words bees, day, to. Find words in the poem that rhyme with bees, day, to. Now here are the rhyming words. The word that rhymes with the word bees is trees. The word that rhymes with the word day is away. The word that rhymes with the word to is you. Bees, trees. See here, ease are rhyming. Day, away, day, away, a is rhyming. To, you, to, you. Here, who is rhyming. So here the rhyming words are bees, trees, day, away, to, you. Now this is a general question. What do you see around you during the day? What do you see around you during the day in the sky? Okay, we see the sun and the clouds. We see the sun and the clouds. What do you see around you during the night? What do you see around you during the night? We see the stars. We see the moon. We see the stars and the moon during the night. Have a fantastic day, all of you. Have a fantastic day, all of you. Hope you have understood the meaning of the poem and you can create a poem of your own or you can recite a poem without looking at the text.